Hey guys, what's up? This is Angryjon here once again, and like I said in the update video yesterday, I promised you all a video where I get to discuss the Nintendo Direct we had Thursday. I was unable to record my live reaction because I thought my brother was going to intrude at any moment, but that didn't happen, so I feel foolish not recording my reactions. But anyways, I have all the games listed down here in chronological order. So starting off with WarioWare Gold. Now, I used to be a huge fan of WarioWare up until around the time Made in Wario came out. I didn't actually buy that because it was not a micro game collection. It was in fact just if I recall correctly, like 7 minigames or 6 of them. It was not quite the same. It was very different. Saw the reviews and stuff. It didn't appeal me that much, so I did not buy it. I mean, it's kind of interesting they called it Main Wario because that was the Japanese title of the games in Japan, from what I remember. But yeah, we have a new WarioWare game, and it's on the 3DS. I mean, about freaking time, too. I'm surprised it took them this long to actually make a WarioWare for the 3DS. Unless they already did one, but guys, it's been so long. But what's odd is that most of the micro games seem to be HD remakes of older games from the past entries. I mean, I guess it gets to the point you kind of run out of ideas and you kind of have to recycle some older ones. I mean, okay, that's fair enough. Or you could see it as a celebration of all things WarioWare, because I believe the game came out in 2003, the original, I think. So it would make 15 years. So I guess if they're doing this for a celebration, that kind of makes sense. There's 300 microgames, which is about double the usual amount of microgames per WarioWare game. So that's already pretty cool. It's going to be using the buttons and the touchscreen and the gyroscope, so they're like combining everything that they're throwing like everything at us, and that's kind of cool. All in all, it was off to a good start. Then we had the Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. I've never played any of the Dylan games. I know that Dylan was a assist trophy in Smash Brothers, but aside from that, I don't know much about his games. Apparently, they're like decent games. Usually, the ratings about these games are about like 6 to 10 or something like that. So, it's basically it's the third game for the series. I don't know if this one will do any good. I don't have any interest in it, but it's still interesting nonetheless that they're making more games for this character. Next, we have Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey. Now, I've never played any of the Mario and Luigi games, and I've been meaning to, but I keep getting sidetracked by other things. You should know me by now. You should know me by now. I'm just getting sidetracked by all kinds of stupid bullshit. So what's weird about this is that Bowser's Inside Story is the third game in the series, but yet they did not remake Partners in Time. So that's curious that they skipped Partners in Time. I don't know why they did that. It's weird. I mean, they were fine to remake the original. I mean, the original was on the GBA, so I'm fine with that. But still, Partners in Time getting skipped over and we're going straight to Bowser's Inside Story is a weird decision. I don't know why they did that. It's so weird to me. They should have. I feel that Partners in Time would be cool to have an HD remake of, but I don't know why. It's so weird. I'm gonna question it, even as someone who's never played Mario and Luigi. We also have Bowser Jr.'s Journey, which is an extra mode, I guess. They did the same thing with the HD remaster of Superstar Saga, so I'm not surprised at that. But still, though, where the hell is Partners in Time? Weird. We also have Detective Pikachu. This is the only Pokemon announcement in the Direct, which disappointed a lot of Pokemon fans. We've known about Detective Pikachu for a while. We've known that there's an English version coming out now. I don't know if the game's any good, but I do like that amiibo. It's fucking huge. Like, that is a big amiibo. Like, wow. The movie is coming out. I don't know when that movie's coming out, but the fact that Ryan Reynolds is in it is pretty fucking weird. But yeah, I'm gonna have a blast watching it, I guess, if I do get around watching it, even if I don't play this game. I mean, when Detective Pikachu was in Japan, I didn't think it was getting an international release because it was in Japan for quite a long while until they finally make the announcement that they're making an English one. I don't know why it took so long, but it's great. I think it's great they're finally making an English version of Detective Pikachu. Next up is the Luigi's Mansion 3DS port. This is the first. I believe this was the first announcement they made that made me freak out. I mean, aside from WarioWare, but this one made me freak out a little more because I have fond memories of the original game on the GameCube. And seeing this on the 3DS is pretty cool. Obviously, it would have been better on the Switch, but a 3DS port I'm not against because, guys, the 3DS is still selling like hotcakes. It's much cheaper than the Switch, and it still has a huge library of games. So obviously, people are not just going to drop the 3DS anytime soon. So a 3DS port is not the end of the world. I'm perfectly fine with this. Next, we have Kirby Star Allies, which is going to come out eventually. I don't know when it's supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to be this month or the next couple of days. It could be already out. I don't know. But Kirby Star Allies is going to have DLC. I guess it's DLC, or I don't know if it's free or paid content. I don't know. But apparently you're going to have more buddies. You're going to have the animal buddies from Dreamland 2, Gooey from Dreamland 3, and out of fucking nowhere, they also announced Marx as a buddy. Like, the idea of Marx from Kirby Superstar as an ally is the weirdest shit ever. Anyone who's played Superstar or the remake on the DS, which is amazing, by the way, you should know how weird that is to see Marx as an ally. That is so strange to me, but you know what? That's fucking cool. I feel Marx deserves like more appearances in the Kirby games. I think that would be cool. We also have Okami on the Switch. Yeah, I mean, it's Capcom. I know they have a huge obsession with Okami, and I know there's a lot of people who are really into the game, and that's fine. But man, it's at this point, it's like, I guess you could call it Capcom's is Skyrim, because they keep re-releasing this fucking game over and over and over. It's kind of crazy. Granted, it's not as crazy as Street Fighter 2 or any of those games, but you know, I mean, they're releasing Okami on fucking everything at this point. Okami on the Switch is fine. Not against this. I mean, it's cool. But it makes me more and more sad knowing that the original studio behind Okami is no more. So, yeah. We also have Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushi, though. From all the games they announced on this Direct, this is the one that stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, did anybody expect this? Like, did anybody expect a fucking game based on sushi? I don't think so. The game looks really weird. It's like a puzzle game of sorts. It's like a stacking game. I don't know. I don't have much of an opinion on it because I'm not too crazy for these kinds of games. But maybe it might have its own fandom. I don't know. But moving on, we have Octopath Traveler. It's cool they're still talking about this game, and it's going to come out in July, and that's cool. I've always been curious about this game for quite a while. I mean, the graphics look very interesting. The gameplay looks interesting as well. So, who knows? I might pick up this game. I don't know. We also have Travis Strikes Back, No More Heroes. I've never played a No More Heroes game, but I know what the gameplay's like. This is very different from the last two games. I'm like, it is very different. There's still some hack and slashing, but the whole feel of the game is very different. But yeah, this looks really cool. I don't know if this is supposed to be the third game or a spin-off title. I have no idea, but this is still kind of cool that we're still getting No More Hero stuff. Next up, we have Dark Souls Remastered for the Switch, and yeah, I remember how insane it was they were announcing Dark Souls for the fucking Switch in January. But now we have a fucking Praise the Sun amiibo. Like, wow, they just embrace the memes. It's just amazing. We also have announcement related to My Nintendo. I've never used it, so I don't have much to say, but apparently there's a point system where if you purchase games, you get points, and those points can be used to buy select Switch games and DLC, and that's really fucking cool. I like these kind of point systems. It's really cool. It encourages people to buy more of their products. all in all, I really like this. We also have Mario Tennis Aces, which they spent a good chunk of the direct on. They already kind of told us at a time that they were going to have a huge section of the direct dedicated to this game, and I'm hoping this is better than the last Mario Tennis, because I heard the last Mario Tennis did not do so well. But this game looks really cool. You have like broken rackets being a thing. There's a lot of crazy spectacles, although I have a feeling that Mario Tennis was always about crazy spectacles. And then you have freaking chain jump. A fucking chain jump as a tennis player is the funniest shit to me. Like, I don't know why, but that is just the craziest shit ever, and I love it. I don't have much else to say on Mario Tennis, because I've never played any of the games. Actually, no, scratch that. I think I played the first one, but that was such a long time ago, so I don't have much memories of it. We also have Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker on the Switch and 3DS. This was like this was a somewhat dark horse game for Nintendo. It was a weird but yet very interesting spin-off from 3D World. I don't know how well the game sold, but yeah, it's cool we're getting this on the Switch and the 3DS, which I feel is very appropriate, because this is like the kind of game you'd bring on the go. And yeah, that's pretty cool. We also have Undertale on the Switch. Now, it was at this point of the stream where I kind of went crazy. Like, I didn't think I was going to see Undertale in a freaking Nintendo Direct, but here it was. Because I remember last year, Sony did not have the Undertale trailer in their main show floor, and I don't know why. They had to make room for the fucking Final Fantasy fishing game, you see. But yeah, Undertale on the Switch, eventually. That's really fucking cool. I know Undertale is going to be 3 years old at this point, but lots of people still like Undertale, and we're getting a portable version, so that's pretty cool. And then shit hit the fan. We're getting Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy on the Switch. I mean, people kind of saw this coming, but still, this is still crazy. Because this is the first time we have the original trilogy, well, at least the remasters of the original trilogy, on a Nintendo console. I mean, this is shit that would have never happened 10 or 20 years ago, back when Crash was still a Sony exclusive. Like, that is the craziest shit ever. We also have Little Nightmares. This is a game I'm somewhat aware of, but never really paid attention to. It's kind of cool we're seeing this on the Switch. We also have South Park: The Fractured Butthole on the Switch. Just the idea of Nintendo saying the words, "the fractured butthole," just has me in hysterics. I mean, that was the funniest shit ever. Again, this is great. We're getting this on the Switch. Yay, a portable South Park game. Nice. Next, we have Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. We have Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. It's going to have pretty much fucking everything from the previous versions, I guess. And it's going to come out in 2 months. Hyrule Warriors is a game I'm interested in, but I never got around playing it. But this might change everything if it's going to be on the Switch. So yeah, I'm definitely getting this version if I get a Switch. Next up is ARMS. Does anyone even care about ARMS at this point? I mean, is there anyone who is still playing ARMS in 2018? I have to ask. I am so curious about this. This game was really popular on release, but after like the next couple of weeks and months, people just stopped playing ARMS in general. It's like really fucking sad Nintendo's still pushing for ARMS. They're like thinking it's the next Splatoon, but no. ARMS is not the next Splatoon. I'm sorry, Nintendo. I'm so sorry. Next, we have Splatoon 2 news. I'm not familiar with Splatoon in general, but this is still cool nonetheless. Apparently, we're getting an expansion pack for Splatoon 2, and it looks really fucking sick. Not much else to say. And then came the announcement that made everybody explode, and I mean everybody. They showed off the Inkling Girl and Inkling Boy fighting it off, and when I was watching this trailer, I was like, oh, are they porting the original to the Switch? And then as time goes on, I was like, no, they're not doing what I think they're doing. And then sure enough, fucking Smash Bros. Pops up. So Inkling Boy and Inkling Girl are going to be on the Smash Bros. Game for the Switch, which at this point, it's unclear if it's a port of the Wii U version or an entirely new game. I would be happy either fucking way if I were to be honest. But yeah, we have freaking Splatoon characters coming to the Smash Brothers, but not only that, we're getting the Breath of the Wild Link, which is fucking great. Well, obviously, we're going to get more information on this game at E3 because apparently this game's supposed to come out sometime this year. So E3 is going to be fucking crazy. I'm telling you that much. E3, I am so looking forward to the E3 now. Like, oh my god. I'm so looking forward to it. Anyways, that's all I have to say on these games. Let me know what you thought of the Direct. Was it amazing? Was it disappointing? I would like to know your thoughts on these games and the presentation in general. Me personally, I think this was an amazing Direct. It was way better than the January mini Direct they had, and yeah, I am so looking forward to E3, especially for Nintendo. They're going to be showing off a lot of crazy stuff. Was there anything I would have loved to have seen on the Direct Thursday? Anything related to Ace Attorney, anything related to Metroid, anything related to Star Fox, F-Zero, and I guess I'm with the Pokemon fans on this. It would have been nice to see new Pokemon stuff, but oh well. There's always next time. But anyways, that is all for today. Sorry that I was rambling the whole time, but you know, I had to do this off the cuff because it's getting late at night, and I had to do this really quickly. Anyways, with that being said, this is Angryjon, over and out.